You have promoted a lot of great fighters as a promoter. What makes Terence Crawford different than any other fighters you promoted?
Terence Crawford has a great skill level. He's an extremely smart fighter. Traditionally, when you look at fighters, like the whole line of fighters, like Ray and Hagler and so forth, he fits right in there with them. The difference between him and Lomachenko is Lomachenko has a skill set like we've never seen before. Terence Crawford has a skill set that is equal or better than the best fighters we've seen, but it is not as unusual a skill set as Lomachenko.
Everybody sees Terence Crawford as the #1 pound for pound in the list. He's moving up to 147. In your opinion, who does he have to beat to prove the doubters wrong that he is the =1 guy? The Thurmans of the world, the Spence in the world?
Well, PBC has a couple of really good welterweights. They have Thurman, everybody says, is a very good fighter. And Errol Spencer may be the best of that lot. And hopefully Terence, when he's successful winning the welterweight title, WBO welterweight title, which he's the mandatory for, then we'll look to make fights with guys like Thurman and Spence.
Does Regal down and Loma bring back the glory of boxing, like back in the old days?
Boxing's glory is back. I mean, all you people have gone and drank from the UFC Kool-Aid. They said that we skewed old and only old people watched boxing. That was because boxing was on premium network and young people couldn't afford the monthly fee to have either HBO or Showtime. They were putting their product, UFC, on Fox FS1, which was free. Now, once we went to ESPN, which also was free, and we went head-to-head against them, we beat the crap out of them, and we particularly beat them in the young demographics, 18 to 49, 18 to 35. And it was something that I always suspected would happen. Why? Because they were close with us, with the white guys, the young white guys.
Of course.
But once we went to free television, we brought in the African Americans, the Hispanics, and we beat their ass. African American guys, pretty much, Hispanic guys don't give a hoot about UFC. They don't see it as a real interesting sport. They are boxing fans.
Of course.
So boxing is back. It's bigger than ever. Now, you asked me, your question was sort of legitimate. Why, when is boxing going to come back? Now, I'll take a poll of this audience. Right, Antonio? I'll take a poll of the audience, and I will say, how many newspapers are there in New York? Well, there's the New York, I'm in New York, New York Times, New York Post, New York Daily News. There won't be one friggin' writer from any of those papers. Why? Because they're behind the time. There'll be 4 articles on this fight in the LA Times, 3,000 miles away. Why? Because they understand how vital boxing is.